Okay. Joshua. Nurin ada Dayana? Nurin.
Nurin lah, tak tahulah cikgu.
Tahu kan? Betul, betul, betul. Okay, Joshua, bang. Asmita, Finish, Dayana, Hilmi, Pavin, Raif, Ryan, Saranya, Tanish, Vibu, Lohit, Yashwini, Jeswa. So if there is any name that I do not call,
Joshua kat mana cakap? Okay, dah main dah. Okay.
Jeswa ada right? Okay. Okay, alright, good. So, okay, class, so I will start now. So for today's class, we will continue with the 3.2 blood square system from the last Monday. And then we will also look at the 3.3 the human blood. So for 3.2 blood square system, the first one we need to look at the blood pressure. So we already learned about the blood vessels, the heart, and also the blood. So actually, what is the importance of we learn all of this? So besides to become a doctor one day, maybe a doctor Diana. Okay. Actually,
Ya, cikgu.
you want to apply this in our daily life. So you want to know our blood pressure so that we can maintain our health. So what does it mean by the blood pressure? The blood pressure is a pressure exerted on the wall of arteries by the circulating blood. So you know the artery will bring the oxygenated blood, right? So the artery also will contract and also relax, but because of the action of the heart. So when there is a flow of that, there is a pressure. So this is the pressure that we want to measure, want to calculate, so that we can know our health condition. So if you go to the hospital, clinic, or even pharmacy, or even I know that in Paving House you got this instrument called Sigmo manometer digital. So this is the one that you wear it kat you punya lengan and letak, and then you turn on, they will pump, and then it will give you a numbers to indicate your blood pressure. So there are three. So there are three numbers that they will give you. The first number is this one, and then second number, and then this one is the third number. The first and the second number will give you the numbers for the blood pressure. The first one is systolic, and the second one is diastolic. So what does it mean by systolic and diastolic? Systolic is the reading of blood pressure which flow up of the heart when the ventricle contracts. So remember that last Monday we learned about heart parts. So what are the parts inside the heart? The four parts inside the heart yang kita dah belajar. Apa dia? Ribu.
Pulmonary vein and artery.
That one is the blood vessel inside the heart. What is the name of the parts there? Remember the left atrium, right atrium, left ventricle, and right ventricle, right?
Yeah.
The ventricles, they will pump, and then the blood will go up from the heart, go to the blood vessel, either alpha or pulmonary thing, right? So the ventricle you have left or right doesn't matter, but when it contracts, it will give you a pressure known as a systolic. But when the ventricle relax, they will give you a reduced pressure of diastolic. So that's why systolic and diastolic is important in the blood pressure reading. So you need to remember systolic meaning the heart contracts, but specifically the ventricle parts. While diastolic when the heart relaxes, specifically in the ventricle parts. Okay. So this one systolic 120, diastolic 80. It means that The reading is 120/80, and then the unit is mmHg. Okay, okay, minta semua close lah. Okay, the unit is mmHg that indicate the pressure readings. Okay, so 120/80 is the normal reading. And then the last one is just 65 here is the reading of pulse. So we will look at the pulse after this, but first we look at the blood pressure. Okay, minta semua turn off mic. Siapa yang turn on tu sila turn
Teacher,
off.
I have a
Yes.
question.
Okay,
Is
good.
there a
Continue.
is there a manual way to measure the blood pressure other than
Okay.
using the equipment?
Okay, correct. There is another device, another instrument. This one is a digital one. So you just press on and off, they will do it directly. But before sphygmo manometer digital comes out, there is another manual sphygmo manometer. You need to pump by yourself. That is like a pump, and then you need to press the pump. So that one is the manual. So this one is the digital. There is
The manual
another.
one got in the clinics all right, sir.
Yes. Before this, in clinic
Sure.
they have the manual. Yes, correct. But now mostly they use
Now
the digital. They change to the digital. But some of the clinics still use the
they prick
manual. Yes.
they prick the
Colonel?
finger, right, sir? Then they check. They prick the finger, right, sir?
Yes, correct. Correct. You are correct.
They have the kit, right? They prick your finger, take your blood, and then put inside the machine. Then they check your blood pressure. All.
Oh no, that one is for the blood glucose level. So that's different. The prick, the one that the blood glucose, how much sugar inside your blood. But this one, just from the outside, they can know the blood pressure. Alright, any question? Great, great. So if no, I will continue to the blood pressure stage. So we know that 120/80 is the normal blood pressure. But somehow people they have less or more than that. So when people they have the systolic reading less than 80 and diastolic reading less than 60, they will have a disease known as hypotension, the low blood pressure. So usually this type of people they will easily get fatigue, dia mudah letih lah sebab they don't have enough blood to carry all the oxygen and carbon dioxide. So they have the hypotension status. So, okay, when the blood pressure for systolic more than 120 and diastolic more than 80, you will have a status known as hypertension, which is the high blood pressure. But they divide the high blood pressure, the hypertension.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
yes, continue.
cannot hear you properly, sir.
Is it
Cannot hear you properly.
tak jelas
Why so slow? Quiet. Tak
So quiet, tak
dengar.
dengar. Okay, okay. Again. Okay, again I have to do masuk. Kat phone lah bagi dia jelas sikit. Okay, Asmita, approve ni.
Ya, Cik.
Asmita, I want to join using my phone. So I just
Okay.
click.
Okay.
Okay, dengar tak? Listen. You guys can listen me?
Yes,
Cannot,
cikgu,
sir. Your
tapi
voice
not,
like breaking.
not so clear.
This one clear dah?
No better, wait. Sir. What are you doing?
What I'm doing?
Can you hear some weird stuff? Okay, off mic. Off mic, they off mic.
Okay, ni dengar tak? Dengar tak? Jelas tak?
Yes,
Okay,
cikgu.
cikgu.
Sekarang jelas.
Now better?
Yes, sir.
Betul.
Okay. Alright. So we'll continue. Okay, actually I using the laptop for slide and I using the phone for microphone. So kalau tak jelas, beritahu. Okay. So I continue with the high blood pressure. So the hypertension, they have the different stage. Pre-hypertension, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. So you look at the numbers. Between 120 to 139, the systolic, and 80 to 89 is pre-hypertension. So this one is still okay, but the person need to take care of their health in order to avoid from the hypertension stage 1, stage 2, or the crisis one. So the crisis more than 180 for systolic and diastolic more than 110. So this one is very dangerous and can lead to death. So it's better for you to take care of your heart in order to avoid from the hypertension. Right? So I continue. Next is the pulse. Okay, compare to the blood pressure, pulse is different. Pulse is look at the wall of artery and then it contracts and when it relax. So for example, when you can find the pulse on your neck and then on your hand, kat lengan tu kalau you pegang, right. So that one is the pulse. So you can calculate how many pulse in a minute. Okay, and then you refer to this chart and then see how much your pulse is it. Okay, so pulse also. Yes.
Kenapa ada semua ni?
No need. So this one for the blood pressure, you need to memorize the normal one, then low, and then more than normal will become high blood pressure, the hypertension. But for the pulse, you don't need to memorize all the chart. You just need to memorize the factors. Okay, Vibu?
Dalam slide tadi tu cikgu, the normal is between 80 to 120 kan cikgu?
Okay, correct. Yes.
For systolic and then diastolic 60 to 80. Yang dua ni kira normal kan?
Yes, kalau if you have your readings using the sleep monitor, between this range, it should be normal. Yes.
So, if let's say both the reading is normal cikgu, usually what would be the heartbeat?
Still, normally, when you are normal, your systolic is in normal range, diastolic also in the normal range. But somehow, the one that will go higher or lower, mostly for the systolic. So it's something wrong with the ventricle, which is the heart, the heartbeat. Yes, correct. When they contracts. Yes.
When the blood pressure increase, will the heartbeat beats faster?
Yeah, correct. But they are connected. So blood pressure is because of the heart, the ventricle. So when the ventricle contracts higher or lower, that will affect the blood pressure. So that's why we learn about blood pressure, because it's connected to the heart. Ventricle is the part inside the heart, so it's the same thing lah. Okay.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. Okay, correct.
Sure.
Yes, Sanush.
What is prehypertension? What's prehypertension?
The pre-hypertension is pra means.
What is it?
For example, like when you go to the primary school, you need to go to the tadika, right? Preschool, right? So this is the same thing also. The high blood pressure is this one is the dangerous part. But this one is the condition in the middle between dangerous and normal.
So when you know that you are in the pre-hypertension, you must take some tests, some ways in order to avoid you from become high blood pressure. High blood pressure already danger to the body system. Pre-hypertension, they just want to go to the dangerous part, but still can be avoided by taking care of your heart lah. Okay. Alright, Kanesh, okay? Alright. Now we go to the pulse
Okay,
just now. Okay, pulse is the nadi. So you can calculate it by yourself. You cari you punya nadi, look at your nadi on your, for example, on your neck, and then try to calculate for 1 minute how many beats. Okay. So where this pulse, there are a few factors that will affect the rate, the pulse rate. For example, like vigorous activity. So you compare, you measure your pulse during relax and during or after jogging, for example. So you will see that after jogging, the pulse rate will become higher. Why become higher? Because you need more oxygen so that the heart will pump more blood and then will cause the artery to work higher. So that's why the pulse rate will become higher. Okay. Age also will be different. For example, young adult and older person will have less blood pressure, less pulse than the adult or young people. And then gender, Jantina also, the pulse rate of women is higher than the men. And then for body health, so if you are healthy, you will have a normal one, but when you become sick, you become higher or lower, depends on the status of health. So it depends on the type of disease. Okay, so why we learn about the blood circulatory system? Because this is the important part. We need to maintain our health condition, to maintain the healthy heart. So there are many diseases related to the heart problem. For example, like coronary heart disease, high blood pressure, stroke, heart attack. So do you know any disease related to the heart problems you can add? Anyone want to add? Sakit
Hati-hati.
Ini sakit jantung lah, cardiac arrest, serangan jantung. So heart attack, the same thing. Okay, what is the factors or that can lead to the heart attack? So for example, like obesity, you eat a lot of cholesterol, for example, it will sediment inside your blood vessels. Okay, this cholesterol will sediment inside the blood vessel and block the passage of blood. So it will cause the high blood pressure because the blood vessel is already blocked.
Cakap Frida tak ada soalan dalam chat tu.
Okay, this one, to become an athlete, you take time to become an athlete. After, okay, Asmita asked a question. What happens if a normal guy which has a normal pulse rate suddenly becomes athlete? So suddenly it will become dangerous because normally this is your pulse rate, for example, like 80. But for an athlete, they will have a lower, because athlete will have a stronger heart compared to the normal person. Okay, siapa?
So
Yes.
Cher.
Yes.
So now the guy, he has a normal like don't do like athlete stuff. His heart rate will be normal.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Cher.
Yes. Again.
His heart rate normal. So now let's say he started Now a guy,
Mhm.
a normal guy, he is not an athlete. He just a normal. He don't do anything. His pulse rate is normal. Everything be like 80 to 120 normal, right? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, continue.
So now if he suddenly becomes an athlete, he run for the school or something, his pulse rate will decrease lah.
Yeah, it will decrease. But that one takes time. Okay, it's not happen in 1 or 2 months. It will take a few years for the pulse rate become decrease. So for
Lower.
example, akan lower. For example, you are not an athlete, but you do exercise like an athlete. So it will be very dangerous. So you need to know what is your status. But you can add it, increase it little by little. For example, today you can run for 2 laps. So today, next week you can run for 3 or 4 laps. So don't increase it too much. Become dangerous to your heart. Because your heart need to do more work. If you do it slowly, so it will be okay. Okay, Asmita, okay? Okay, good. Okay, the next risks, all of the factors that will cause the heart attack is diabetes. So you eat a lot of sugar, you will get diabetes linked to the heart. So it will become dangerous to the heart. Okay, siapa yang turn on mic tu sila tutup ya. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then unhealthy life. So you don't do any exercise, you just sleep, don't do anything. So your heart will become very weak. Then you easily get heart problem. And then stress also another one. So if you are in a stress condition, try to do something to make the stress lower or okay. Okay, what you need to do to take care of your heart, you can exercise regularly. So you eat healthy food, avoid cholesterol, avoid too much sugar. Last one, do not. Right. So before we go to 3.3, you have any question you can ask?
Che.
Yes, Tanush.
Gotcha, che.
Yes, Tanush.
Now let's say right, the guy he's like heart right, like got like che, can hear not che?
Yes, I can hear clearly.
Che.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Let's say let's say a guy right now he has like not in a like not fit like that, then got fats all. Then if the fats all block his heart, right? Like got a layer of fats covering his heart. Will his heart rate increase or increase higher? Acha?
Okay, the heart rate will become higher because the cholesterol or the fat block the passage of the blood flow. So when it blocks, it decrease the pressure. So the heart blood pressure also will increase. Okay, Tanush.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, good. Okay, Sandam. Okay, Ilmi, I have a question for you. What is the unit for blood pressure? Because before we go into the 3.3, if you have any question, you can ask. But first, I would like to ask Ilmi. Ilmi, what is the unit for blood pressure?
Cikgu tengok chat.
Okay, siapa nak tolong jawab?
The line very
Siapa nak tolong
bad.
jawab? It's raining now. My place also raining.
My face very
HG.
heavy, che.
Yes.
HG.
Very heavy.
Cik.
Very heavy. Yes. The unit is mmHg.
H.
Okay. mm meaning lepas tu ada Hg. Okay, alright.
Cikgu, what does that stands for?
Okay,
Cikgu?
is a millimeter. Is a millimeter.
Millimeter.
Okay, and Hg is the symbol for mercury. You know mercury inside the
Oh,
thermometer,
mercury.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, before this, they want to measure the blood pressure. They use mercury as indicator. So that's why they put
Oh.
mmHg because they use the mercury before this. Okay, all right.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you can.
Thank you.
Okay, if you have any question, you can type on chat or you can open your mic. So I will look at, and if you on mic, it will become easier. So if you don't have any question, I will go to the next 3.3, which is the human blood. So human blood, Danish, you have question, Danish? If not, you can turn off your mic. Okay, PKP cannot move teacher. How to exercise? This is question from Danish. So exercise, you can do it everywhere actually. Inside your house, you can do a home workout. So this is another way you will do exercise. So Ryan will do, you want to do plank, pumping 100 times. Okay, don't do excess exercise. It means that a lot of exercise that you cannot stand for because it will affect your heart condition. So you just do what is your heart capable. Don't do anything. Don't do too much. Just do a normally. Okay. All right. Okay. Rohit suggest you good idea. Just do house chores. So Danish is very hardworking, helping his parent, his mother, father to do all the house chores, the housewife work. So it's very good. Also one way to do exercise inside your room. Ryan Raif use treadmill. It's like one. Okay. And then Ryan got gym. Yeah. Okay, never mind. So we go to the 3.3, the human blood. Okay, blood is a mixture formed by a few components that can be separate. So if you look at the blood, you can see the blood is in red in color. But actually, inside the blood, you have many components. At least 4 components inside the human blood. So how does the hospital or clinics or even lab want to separate the component of blood? So they use a machine known as a centrifuge. So this is a centrifuge machine. Okay, continue. Finish. Yes, Danish.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. All right. Turn off your mic first. Okay, this one is a centrifuge machine. Okay, you put the blood inside a tube and then you put inside the centrifuge machine. Okay, the centrifuge will spin at a high speed. So dia akan berpusing pada kegajuan yang sangat laju. So why they will spin at high speed? Because they want to separate the components. And what concept they use is the densities. Different densities will give you a different location. So this one at the bottom part here is the red one, means that it is the highest density. That's why it's sediment at the bottom. While the liquid, the yellow liquid here, is on top of the layer because they have a lowest density. But what are those layer means? Okay, this one, the red one here is the red blood cell, sel darah merah. And then in the middle here, you have platelet and white blood cell. Yes. Okay. In the middle, you have platelet and white blood cell. And then on top, you have a yellow liquid here, got a plasma. Okay. So,
Teacher,
what? Yes?
how come plasma too it's even much more than the red blood cells, which is like almost 55%?
Okay, all right. What is your question, Vibu?
Macam mana? I mean, my question is how come the plasma could be more than the red blood cell?
Okay, all right. This one is the blood. Okay, okay, turn off your mic first.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay, all right. Okay, this one is the blood. Blood is the one that you draw from your blood vessel is named as blood. Blood is a liquid. So inside those liquid, you have many components. We have cells, and then we have another liquid also. So one of the cell inside the liquid is known as the red blood cell. But the liquid itself is known as a plasma. So it should be better if the cell is lower than the liquid so that the cell can move easily. For example, if you put a lot of persons inside a room, you will have a difficulty in moving, right? So same thing as here, you have a liquid and then the red blood cell is a person. So it should be less than the liquid so that the red blood cell can move easily. All right. Okay, Vibu?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Continue.
What
Tanas.
does the plasma contribute? What does the plasma contributes to the human body?
Okay, this is what I want to continue. Okay, this is plasma. Actually, that inside the plasma, dalam plasma tu, you have a water, ion, protein, nutrient, waste, and gas. Some substance can go inside the cell. Okay, but some they are not inside the red blood cell, but they are outside, which is in the plasma. So plasma is just a liquid, a yellow liquid that will contain all the other substance that red blood cell and white blood cell do not carry. So we have water, proteins, nutrient, waste, gases. So this one is inside the plasma.
Oh.
Okay, and then Lohit, you have question. If a
So
person has short,
the one that
okay, continue with Tanush.
nothing,
Okay, I will
nothing. Never
continue.
mind, never mind.
Okay, I will continue with Lohit question. If a person have short of components in blood, what happened to the person? So component, you need to look at the function of each component, and then you will know what happened if the component is not enough. So I will go to each component one by one. Okay. So you know that plasma is a liquid that carry the other substance. Now we look at the white blood cell. Okay, white blood cell here, saudara putih, you already learned in Form 2, Chapter 4, Human Health. So white blood cell you learn in Form 2, Chapter 4, it will eat and digest the pathogen or bacteria or virus there. So when the bacteria or virus enter the blood circulatory system, the white blood cell will chase them and will eat them so that it will protect your body from any disease and infection. Okay,
Teacher,
the shape of, yes.
why the white blood cells cannot be more than the red blood cells?
Okay, the function of red blood cell itself to carry oxygen and carbon dioxide. So we need oxygen to oxidize the glucose in order to get the energy. Why the white blood cells, the function is only to protect the body against infections and disease. So which one is more important, red blood cell or white blood cell? So the red blood cell is more important because they carry the most important substance, which is oxygen. So that's why red blood cells quantity is higher inside the blood. Okay, all right. So
Sure, I got
the
question.
shape of, okay, continue.
Sure.
Tanush, yes, continue.
Sure, I got question. So now let's
Yes, yes,
say
continue.
like you the red blood cell all the red blood cell like let's say not enough water right sure, in the body right
Okay,
sure not enough
yes,
water
continue.
then not that
Yes,
the red blood cell and all didn't take the water and then it goes to the plasma right so now when the body
okay.
have not enough water will the water from the plasma come out not sure like the plasma gives produce water or it just
Okay,
absorb
this
there and don't do anything.
okay, this one is inside the blood vessel. So if you have excess of water, they will give you to another vessel. In the human body, it's not just a blood vessel. You have another components for, you have another vessel for another system, so that the water will be circulate around the body, depends on how much they need. So this one is you learn here is just only inside the blood vessel, inside the blood. So it can be spotted out, it can be goes inside the blood vessels. Okay, all right. So the white blood cell, you can see the shape here. They don't have a specific shape, and then they have a nucleus inside. So you need to remember white blood cell for infectious and disease. Okay, then the platelet here, the small one in the middle also, is responsible for the blood clotting. So if you have any cut, for example, on your hands, they will have a bleeding, right? But after a few days, you will see that there is some like hard blood over there, blood clot over there, that will avoid the excessive bleeding. So what is the component that is responsible to build the blood clot? This is where platelet play the function over here. And then this one also, they don't have definite shape and no nucleus. And then the last one is red blood cell. You already know, we learned it before. Got biconcave shape and no nucleus. So they don't have any nucleus because they want to accommodate the space for the oxygen and carbon dioxide. So if you have nucleus, don't have enough space. So one of the characteristic of red blood cell, they will have no nucleus, so that they will provide more space for the oxygen and carbon dioxide to go in. Okay. All right. So I have okay, this one, I have one video about the white blood cells chasing the bacteria. So you can see here, the big one that moving is the white blood cell. And then the small dots over there, the black dots here is the bacteria. So the white blood cell, they will chase, eat and digest the bacteria by a process known as, siapa ingat kita belajar form 2, apa proses ni nama dia?
Eating.
Phagocytosis.
Recipe. Okay, phagocytosis. This is the phagocytosis process, what happened. Okay, and then you'll see the other shape over here, all other red blood cells. So only the white blood cell will chase the bacteria or virus.
Cikgu,
Yes.
saya ada soalan cikgu.
So, Che,
Okay, one by one. Okay, Vibu first and then Tanush. Vibu, yes.
Kat sana tu the one moving is white blood cell.
Okay, this one is white blood cell. Okay.
Okay.
And then the small
Yang
dot here is bacteria.
the small dot dia bacteria. Tapi besides that, there is also two more cells. One is yang bentuk bulat tu, satu lagi ada corak-corak kat tepi tu macam star. What are those two?
Okay, those two are the same, which are red blood cell, but
Okay.
because they have the biconcave disc shape, so
Okay.
the angle is different. So that's why you can see the shape is different.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
okay.
it's the same thing. Okay, good.
Mm.
Okay, Tanush. Tanush, what is
so
your
Che,
question?
all the red blood cell is just like a free flowing. The red
Yes,
blood cell
free
is just
flowing.
like a free flowing component in the body, lah. It just flow.
Okay, correct.
But
Yes.
so now the white blood cell, it won't just flow, lah. So it will just move around your body looking for
Okay.
bacteria, lah.
If there is no bacteria, they will just stay.
Che?
Okay, correct. If there is no bacteria, you just stay. But when there is a bacteria, they will try to chase the bacteria.
Teacher,
And then the blood cell is just free flowing. Okay. All right. Next.
Teacher?
Who?
teacher, I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
If there are too much
Okay, go.
Okay.
bacteria until the white blood cells can't manage, is there any other substances that are able to chase away the bacteria?
Okay. Good question. That's very good question. That you need to go to form 2 that we learn. White blood cell phagocytosis is the second line of defense. When the bacteria pass the second line of defense, the body, human, will have the third line of defense, which is known as antibody. So if the bacteria can win against the white blood cell, the antibody will take place. They will find the bacteria and try to kill them. But when the antibody also lost to the bacteria, that is the problem. For example, that like the current case, COVID-19, this is a new virus. Our body is not prepared for them. COVID-19 can win against the first, second, and third line of defense. So that's why they can win. But somehow, some patients also can recover. They can sembuh from the COVID-19 because during the infection time, they will try to produce antibody to fight against the COVID-19 virus. But this one takes time to produce. So that's why we can see most of the older people will die because of COVID-19. But most of the young adults will recover from the COVID-19 because their immune system is strong. They will produce the antibody to fight COVID-19. But somehow for the older people, they have a lower immune system. They cannot produce the antibody. So that's why they lost to the COVID-19 virus. It's a very good question. Ryan just asked us. Okay, this one is known as active immunity. Okay? Because recover active immunity. Passive, you get from something from outside source, something else. Okay, all right. Now we continue to the blood group. So, you have 4 types of blood group: Group A, Group B, Group AB, and Group O. So, which one of you here know what type of blood groups are you? Anyone knows?
O
I know
I am
it, I
positive.
know it.
O. I O
Okay,
O
positive.
positive. Asmita
O
paling right.
positive.
AB negative.
B.
Oh. So many. Oh, anyone got AB? Oh, Asmita
B.
AB plus. Okay, AB
Asmita.
is a very rare. Okay. I can say here, Group O
Macam
is
AB positive.
yes.
Side you.
Okay,
my
O.
father and brother AB.
Okay, great. But you need to remember that when you do the check of blood donation, you can see O is the very generous blood group because Group
Universal
O
donator.
the universal donor, while AB is the most selfish. It's just the universal recipient. It just receive, but you cannot donor to any other blood group.
Asmita
Okay.
selfish.
Okay, but here, how do you know that the blood is compatible or not compatible? You need to see the antibody and antigen that exists in the blood group. So, for example, group A here, they will have the antibody B. Group A doesn't like B, they anti B. You don't like B. And then on the surface, you have the antigen A. So what is antibody and antigen? Antibody, they will destroy the antigen, while the antigen is just the
Foreign
protein
substance.
on this or molecule on the surface of the red blood cells. Okay, Dennis, you can type your question. I will
Teacher, I have a question.
okay, continue.
Teacher. So,
Okay, Ryan, yes.
what will happen if you put the wrong blood group into someone's blood?
Okay, we will learn after this. The blood
Termendak
will
kan?
coagulate.
They will die.
Yeah, they'll die.
Okay, dia akan menggumpal. Dia akan coagulate and then will die after that. Okay, but first we look at this first. Yeah, you need to understand the antibodies and antigen first. So antibody is a protein that will attack the antigen. So for example, like group A, you have anti-B. So when anti-B, they meet with or they see the antigen B, they will attack. And when they attack, the blood will coagulate and then the person will die after that. So that's why A and B is not compatible because they don't like each other. But AB AB they don't have any antibody. Dia tak benci sesiapa pun. So dia suka semua. When they like everyone, they can receive all the type of the blood. While O, dia ada anti-A, dia ada anti-B. So dia ada anti-A, dia ada anti-B. When they have the anti-A, when they have the anti-B, they cannot receive the blood that contain the antigen A and B. So for example, A ada anti-A, B you got anti-B, AB dia ada anti-A dan anti-B. So group O, they cannot receive any blood from the other group because they don't like them, because they have the antibody that don't like them at all. So O is generous but kinda social awkward lah. They are lonely. But AB is selfish but they are very friendly. Okay. So this is what Ryan asked just now. What will happen if the recipient blood and the donor blood is not compatible? They are not compatible, tak serasi. The blood will coagulate. So the blood will coagulate when the antibodies act against the corresponding similar antigen. For example, antibody A will try to attack antigen A. So in this picture, so this one is the recipient type B. Ni orang ni kumpulan darah dia B. Okay, and then dia ada donor dia adalah A. So dalam kumpulan darah B, inside the blood group B, you will have the antibody A. And then inside the donor type A, you will have the antigen A. So antibody A, they anti-A. They will not like A at all. So when they meet each other, the anti-A will try to attack the antigen on the A. So that's why the blood coagulation will happen. Okay, you can see that the blood coagulate in this slide. Okay, okay, this summarize the blood donor and recipient. So you can see O here, they can donor all the bloods to O, A, B, and AB. Means that O is very generous because they can donate their blood to all kind of blood group. Okay, because inside O, you need to remember they don't have any antigen. Okay, so when they don't have any antigen, there's no antibody will attack, so they can donate to all other group. Inside A, you will have the antibody A. So antibody A, inside A you will have the antibody B. So they will not like B, so they cannot donate to B. They just can donate to A and B. B can donate to B and B. AB only can donate to AB. So you can see here AB can receive all because inside the AB you don't have any antibodies at all. So there is no antibody that will attack the antigen so that they can receive all types of bloods. Okay. So yes.
For the AB blood type, right, Cikgu?
Yes.
Isn't there any possibilities or any chances of some method where you can like sort of separate the blood group A and B out of it? Like from AB, you make it into two parts, A and B. Cannot?
Okay, inside the labs, you can separate it using the antibody kit, somehow like that. But in your body, you cannot do anything because this is inside your body. But inside the lab, you can do that. But it will take quite a lot of work because inside the blood, you have so many blood, so many A, so many B. So it will not be very efficient. Whether you try to separate it, you will still have the mix. Okay, all right, Vivo.
Okay.
You can, but
teacher.
it's difficult. So, O can donate all call O as a universal donor. B can receive all type of group. We call AB as universal recipient. Okay, why we learn about the blood compatibility? Because we want to look at the blood donation. So blood donation is very, very important because we can help the person who is in need. So who are them? They are the one that from the accident. Another one, they got the disease such as anemia and leukemia. So anemia is a disease, a genetic disease caused by less of red blood cells. While leukemia, something wrong with the white blood cell. So you can help them by donating your blood. So the hospital will keep your blood and then will give the right person in case they have the case or anything that the hospital needs. So Lohit asks, AB blood group cannot donate blood for another person. AB only can donate for AB only. AB cannot donate to O, A, and B. Only AB person can receive the donor AB. Okay. Okay, alright. So who can give blood? So anyone who is healthy, and then your weight must be more than 50 kg. Right? And then between 18 to 60. So you guys, if you want to donate blood, you need to wait for another 3 to 4 years before you can donate blood. But make sure that you are healthy and then your weight must be 50 kilograms. Okay? And then you have 5.5 grams of hemoglobin level. All right. So the frequency in a year, you can donate 4 to 6 times if you want to donate. Then the maximum amount you can donate is about 500 milliliter or 0.5 liter only. Okay. All right. Any question? Okay, Raif asks, teacher, can you put A and B blood at the same time to a person who has AB type? So AB type can receive all types of blood, O, A, B, or AB. Okay, but you cannot put it at the same time because A and B don't like each other. So they will coagulate first before AB can receive it. So make sure that you separate it first before you put inside the AB.
Sure.
And then,
Sure.
yes.
So now
Ganesh?
now like AB right can receive blood from any blood group, right? So now let's
Yes,
say I
correct.
got AB. Now let's say I got AB, then I take blood from O. So the blood that I take from O will change into AB or will still be O inside my body.
Inside the body is still O, but once you use it, it will become lesser. So in order you want to receive the blood again, ensure that you will take a certain times before you can receive another blood. Because you don't want to mix the lot of blood inside your body. Because there is an antigen and an antibody also there, so it will become complex inside the blood. So make sure that you receive the same type of blood. You want to receive another type of blood, you need to wait first in order for the antigen and antibody to be disappeared or used first, and then you can receive another blood. And then Danish asks, yes, Danish,
Is there will there be a risk if I take blood from another blood group? Yeah.
okay,
Teacher,
again, please. Okay, wait. Tanish first, and then Ryan. Okay, Tana, what is your question just now? Can
Will
you
there be a risk if you take a what? Yeah.
can you type because I cannot hear you. Okay, I cannot hear the word.
Okay.
Okay, I will try to answer Danish question first. Animal blood and human blood difference. Yeah, they are different. You cannot receive the uh, blood from animal because they will have a different type of antigen and antibody. So we don't know we can receive or not from them. So it's better not to receive from them. Okay. And then Ryan, what is
Who
Carl
who is
Linus?
the scientist that find out this blood group?
Okay, I'm not sure about that, but I think that you already answered it. Is it Carl Lance Steiner? Google eh? Okay, any more question?
Yes, teacher.
Any more question? Okay, Tanush asks, will there be a risk if you take blood from another blood group? Like AB can take from A, will there be a risk? Okay, AB only can receive from A, B, AB, and O. But I don't understand your questions. Will there be a risk if you take blood from another blood?
People say people die.
Okay. Hello? Is it Pavin?
Which
Yes. What's your question just now? I don't understand.
like will there be risk lah? Like maybe like you take a blood from another blood group and then suddenly you get sick or lack of then or suddenly you get some
Oh, side.
disease out of nowhere.
Okay, do you mean side
Yeah,
effects?
side effects lah. So
Oh,
now let's say you dying, so
hmm.
you take like from blood from other people. Then for a while you okay, but then like after a few days, then you realize like your finger cannot move like that, or got some problem bengkak like that, some weird problem effect like that. Got aja.
Okay, there is a potential of side effects, but doctors at hospital or clinics, they will ensure the blood is that is clear or clean from any type of disease before they donate it to the patient. So, but somehow there is a little case that they don't know. So it can be, but it's just a minor cases. But usually they will do all kind of tests in order, semua ujian, all kind of tests in order to ensure that the blood is clean and clear from any type of disease. So Danish asks, can you take blood from dead people? So organ, yes, but blood, I don't think so because okay, from dead people between few hours it should be okay, but after that the blood also will die, will disappear, will degrade. So they are not suitable from dead people. Okay, and then if are there organisms that can live without blood? Okay, not all organisms requires blood in order to transport the oxygen or carbon dioxide. For example, like plant don't have any blood, but they have another system to transport the oxygen and carbon dioxide and all other things. Okay, and then the simpler organisms such as amoeba, paramecium, they don't have blood. They just do a simple division in order to get the carbon dioxide or oxygen. Okay, all right. Okay, belalang have blood, but their blood is not to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide. Belalang or grasshopper, their blood is used to carry the nutrients, okay, and all the waste. So belalang got blood, but it's different type of blood than human. It's not a red blood cells. It's a different type of. Ryan, teacher, is it possible for the white blood cells to get involved to fight the antigen when we receive the wrong blood group? Okay, good question. Okay, white blood cells, they will only recognize the antigen from means that the other organisms, it's not from the human. So white blood cell will do that part. So they will attack the foreign cells. But the antigen for the red blood cell antibodies, they work together. Okay?
Cikgu,
Yes.
so, let me macam like a few topics back we learned about the transportation of the blood in our body, right, cikgu? It works to transport oxygen to the entire body and then pumps it out again. We learned about
Okay.
that, right, in the
Yes.
adakah itu related with the type of the blood? Like mungkin my point is something like blood group O, kalau darah dia tu it can send the blood more faster compared to the AB blood group macam tu. Is there anything like that?
Okay, do you mean that a different blood group will have a different efficiency of blood transportation system?
Yes.
Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay, that one. Okay, that one there is a possibility, but I do not know in detail. But usually the different different type of group will have a difference little bit characteristic also because of the antigen and the antibody presents inside the blood, so it might affect the efficiency a little bit.
Okay, cikgu.
Okay, apa beza white blood cell dengan antibody? Okay, white blood cells is a cell while antibody is a protein. So white blood cells is just like a red blood cell, but it's a cell. Red blood cell is to transfer oxygen and carbon dioxide, while white blood cell will chase and eat the pathogen. While the antibody is just a protein that will capture the antigen of bacteria or antigen of the red blood cell. Just now we learned. Okay. And then the white blood cell, for example, in the case of bacteria, okay, antibody, they will attach to the bacteria and then make the bacteria cannot move, make the bacteria cannot move, and then it's easier for the white blood cells to eat them. Okay, white blood is a cell, while antibody is a protein. Okay, Tanush, sure, is a different blood group have a different density. Yes, correct, but it doesn't affect much because different blood group, they will have a different type of antibody. So antibody also will have a density a little bit, but their different is not very much. Okay? Alright, good. Okay, yang lain-lain ada soalan? Tak ada? Semua okay, alright. Okay, kalau tak ada soalan, if there is any question, I would like to take attendance first. Okay, can I know who is Kalai Rasi Siramdu?
Benicia.
Oh, Marvesha.
Benicia.
Oh, Benisha, sorry. So, Marvesha here? Marvesha? Marvesha tak ada. Okay, others. Okay.
Che, Marvesha just left only. Che, Marvesha baru left.
But she's here just now lah. She was here just now lah.
Yeah, she baru left.
Okay, it's okay. Alright. Okay, so that's all for today's lesson. So after this, I will give you the slides, PowerPoint inside the WhatsApp group. And also for today, I will post a quiz. It's an online quiz on quizzes. So you need to answer it before 10 p.m. today. I will post it around 6 or 7 o'clock. Okay? Alright. Okay. If there is any question? Tak ada. So thank you.
No.
Okay, thank you students. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Chair.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
See you next
Thank
Monday.
you, Chair.
Okay?
Okay.
Bye. Jangan berteruk, Ibu Shen.